Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this motion represents an opportunity for members of this House to acknowledge that climate damage is a threat and that we have a moral obligation to fight it. An opportunity for members to bring themselves into line with the overwhelming weight of scientific research and authority, bring themselves into line with a huge and growing mass of American corporations that have acknowledged climate damage and have taken green energy pledges.
Will suspend. Gentleman may proceed.
It is an opportunity for members to bring themselves into line with over 200 other nations who are gathering even as we speak. In France, people who are baffled that responsible adults in elected positions in our nation continue to deny what is reality. And it is an opportunity for members to avoid a danger that their pollsters and their party leaders and their political advisors have failed to warn them about, and that is the danger of the judgment of history. Make no mistake, future generations are watching. In fact, they are already judging our actions. Our young people in this nation understand that they are the ones who will pay dearly for the politics that has taken over this issue, the politics that lead this Congress to inaction, despite the outcry from the scientific and worldwide community that we must act before it is too late. Mr. Speaker, I am not here to condemn members for initial hesitation on climate damage. Who am I to judge? After all, as humans, when we discover a threat, at first it is reasonable and natural for us to question or attempt to deny that the threat is real, especially when it's the kind of threat that to meet it requires strong, immediate, and decisive action. In fact, denial is such a common reaction that aircraft pilots call it normalcy bias. The initial refusal to believe that things are not normal, the desire to not believe the warning signals when they say something is gravely wrong. And they teach pilots about normalcy bias because when the warning lights go on, wishing those lights were off or hoping that they're wrong is not a valid course of action. Instead, it is the very most dangerous way of handling the situation. Mr. Speaker, the warning lights are on. So what we need to do is get past our denial phase, get past our normalcy bias, and take strong, immediate, and decisive action. And I say to you, that is the American way of handling a threat to our people. What we do here in America, the best of us, we examine it closely, a threat. We put our best minds on the problem, and we tackle the problem and take immediate, strong, and decisive action. That's how the bravest and the best of us in America have always behaved in the face of threat, and that is how the greatest generation did it. Sticking our heads in the sand, pretending a serious problem will go away on its own, doing nothing in the face of a grave threat is not the American way, and it never was. Again, I am not here to condemn anyone for his or her initial hesitation on climate damage. Instead, I offer this opportunity to my colleagues across the aisle because I refuse to believe that they truly do not understand the climate crisis we face. I present this motion to recommit as a chance for this Congress to avoid the harsh light and the implacable judgment of the historians who will not hesitate to include us on their lists of the greatest ignoramuses of all time, to lump us in without fear of contradiction with the worst lantern-jawed simpletons of history, Historians who will unmercifully tell our grandchildren and their grandchildren just how dumb we were if we do not take action to prevent damage to our climate. And so I invite my fellow members, all of you, vote yes on this motion, acknowledging that climate change is real. The warning lights are on, they are brighter than ever, and the rest of the world is taking them seriously. Let's show the world and all of history that America is ready to take the lead in tackling this threat.